Hey people, Rob Clark, Lifepreneur, getting back at another topic with you today. I hope it's happy Friday for you, it's happy Friday for me, and it's happy Monday for me as well. I live free because I've mastered leverage. And one of the big and most important topics that I can't stress enough, that I talk about repeatedly and constantly all the time with people that I meet, is passion. What do you do that you're passionate about? What is your absolute obsession? How passionate are you, right? My son is passionate about gaming, right? I'm passionate about Lifepreneur, about delivering these principles of leverage, teaching you to live free, and then passing that on to the next generation. That's what I'm doing for my kids. That's what I'm doing for myself. That's what I'm doing for my wife. And that's what I try to teach everybody else how to do it. I do this because I'm passionate about it. There's just tons of passion that drip off me. I could talk about this all day, every day. In fact, I do all the time. When I'm not doing the podcast, I'm recording the online courses. When I'm not recording the courses, I'm writing the books. When I'm not writing the books, I'm doing the meetings, or I'm meeting in the masterminds, or I'm talking about it in the one-on-one mentorships that I do sometimes, right? It's all about creating a proof of concept about something that you're passionate about, right? And I know all the generations look at different things, and they were unfortunately unable to do a lot of things that they were passionate about. Talking about like your great-great-grandparents. They didn't have the ability. They didn't have the technology. They didn't have the resources, the education to be able to do what we could do today. Today, we are all connected. If you don't think we're all connected, then you need to wake the hell up, because we are all connected. I gave some advice to the major pro league, NFL and the NBAs and the NHLs, how to be able to better connect the fan base to be able to drive it longer. Because the only reason the NFL exists is because of the raving fans who love the NFL, be able to pay for those tickets and those season passes and those really good seats and that memorabilia, right? The only reason these athletes can make this much money is because of the attention that they attract, right? If nobody cared that LeBron James could dunk a basketball, LeBron James would make no money right now. But because people do care about it, he's able to turn that attention into $1 billion, turn his passion into money, into freedom, right? And so I want you to ask yourself a few freaking questions, and I want to go through why I want you to ask these questions, right? The first question I want you to ask yourself is, what the hell are you obsessed with? What are you passionate about? You know, what is your absolute passion? Right? What is it? Sit down and think about it. Okay? I don't care what it is. If you love football but you suck, you can still learn coaching. You can still be involved in the weight programs for the kids. You can still do a lot of other different things related to being a football coach, right? To start getting in the game, right? What would you do that you would do for free? That's passion. If you would do it for free, that's passion. I'm doing this for free. I'm posting all this content on YouTube, on Shopify, on the podcast, all over the place, on my website for free, because I'm passionate about it. I'm doing what I love. Now, I've been criticized. I've been judged. I've been belittled and degraded. I've had people talk behind my back because I don't just go get a 9-to-5 job. I don't just go make $20 an hour. I don't make that $1,000 a week paycheck. I don't do it. Right? And so I've been judged. In 2008, when I got out of the military, I was judged for not going and just getting a regular job. And I tried the regular job stuff. And I did 4 years in the Navy doing a regular job. And you know what? I got everything that I wanted to get out of the Navy. I got free college. I got GI Bill. I got, per diem to go to school. They paid my books fee and everything else. I got everything that I wanted to get out of the military. I got the travel. I got to see the world. I got beautiful children out of the military. All of the stuff that the military provided for me, right? But I wasn't passionate about being a sailor. I wasn't obsessed. I wouldn't do it for free. And you pretty much are doing it for free if you're in the military. If you love it, then that's great. Do what you're passionate about. If you love teaching kids and that's what your passion is, then do it, right? But I will give all the respect in the world. If you're an entrepreneur and you're doing what you're passionate about, I promise you your chances of succeeding go up 10 times more than the other people who are trying to start companies or are trying to join multi-level marketing companies to just make a little extra money, right? I promise you, because I've done it myself, to where if you try to start a business or you try to create an entity or you try to partner with somebody or you try to join a multi-level marketing company because you're trying to earn an extra quick dollar or you're trying to do something, that when the markets shift, you're going to be demonetized quickly. Like Steve Jobs, he actually had a really great quote that if you don't absolutely love it, if you don't absolutely have an obsession for it, that when the going gets tough, you're going to quit. You're going to quit. It's going to happen, right? You have to absolutely have a ridiculous passion for what it is you're doing. So question number 1 is, what the hell are you passionate about? Sit down, think about it for 20 minutes, write down 2 or 3 things that you would do for free that you're passionate about, right? Just 2 or 3 things that you're passionate about today, right? Now, my wife is passionate about being a stay-at-home mom. That's her passion. She loves that, and I give her all the respect in the world to her for those. Unfortunately, there's really no monetary reward. There's a lot of emotional rewards for that, and not everybody can be a stay-at-home mom. Right? Like my wife. She can be, right? And so she's passionate about it, but she's also passionate about fitness, right? She's passionate about fitness, and she went into a competition and she was like 200 girls or whatever, and she took 5th. She did great in her first show, and she's passionate about that, right? And she's looking at how she could potentially turn that into a revenue source, right? Are there fitness athletes on Instagram right now making money? Are they selling their courses and their online coaching for nutrition and workouts? Absolutely, right? And so it's okay to have a passion that has no monetary benefit, but does benefit the world, right? But if you want to turn a passion into a business, then you need to be able to understand some simple things about it. Are you using one of the 6 pillars of leverage to make money? Right? I'm talking about, are you using money to make money? Right? Are you a payday loan lender? Are you passionate about money? Is your obsession money? And if you love money, then are you investing in stocks? Are you investing in real estate? Are you investing in all of the things? If you just love the way the money game works and how the money thing happens and, how the markets are volatile and levels of risk and different things of that and how you can hedge, that's great. Then find ways in the money pillar to make money. Right? Do you love helping people to be able to get more done in a timely manner and help them save time and be able to organize their calendar and get all this extra stuff done and be able to do all those things in there? Is it related in the time pillar? What about technology? Are you a CRM guru? Are you a web developer? Are you a digital marketer? Are you a videographer? Are you a content creator? What are those things, right? Are you in technology? How are you going to be able to help other people to make money in technology? And as a consequence, you make money as well, right? Or are you a coach, a mastermind, a mentor, right? Are you helping people grow their minds, their levels of resourcefulness, right? To be able to give them information and content that they didn't have before. That's kind of my obsession. I really have a passion for giving you no fluff content that is actionable both now and actionable in the future, or future actionable is what I actually call it. Right? That is what I love to focus on, right? So I love the resourcefulness pillars, right? I have tons of online courses that I'm creating, and I'm basically going to give you it for as close to free as humanly possible because I want the masses to have it. My passion and my obsession is to apply the Think and Grow Rich fundamentals and bring it to the 21st century, leveraging the 6 pillars of leverage today to make it manifest for you, right? Are you a guy in the attention pillar? Attention right now is a ginormous pillar. Hundreds of thousands of people are making 6 figures, 7 figures on the attention pillars on Instagram, on Twitch, on gaming, on social media, right? All over the place, right? Google's worth $700 billion because of the attention they grab. Facebook's worth $630 billion. Instagram's worth $100 billion, all because of the attention that they grab, right? So are you in the attention pillar? My wife is in a fitness instructor. She can leverage Instagram to get attention to help other people achieve their fitness goals, right? On those things. And so it really comes down to passion. If you're passionate, are you in one of these 6 pillars? Are you? If so, what pillar are you in? Right? Me, I'm in the technology, I'm in the resourcefulness, and I'm in the attention pillar. And then I leverage relationships, I leverage time, and I leverage money to make those happen. Right? I want you to think outside the box and how you can leverage these 6 pillars to make money doing something that you would do for free, aka your passion. That's literally what your focus point has to be, right? Now, I'm not telling you to go quit your job at this very moment right now and go work for free in your passion. That's not what I'm saying. Don't take words out of my mouth that aren't there, right? What I'm telling you is identifying 2 to 3 different things you're passionate about and which one that you think that you can have the best chance at making money at doing. That's the first thing I want you to do, right? Name 2 or 3 things that you can make money doing that are passionately, right? The next thing that I want you to do is, because we're so connected, we live in this world of being connected. Mark Zuckerberg wants everyone to be connected, right? At least that's what he says. So if we're so connected, I want you to look up these 3 passions and see who is already making money now in the same passion you have. If your passion is fitness, who's making money in fitness? You know, I have several buddies of mine that did the personal training thing, and they made 6 figures as personal trainers. They were great personal trainers, but it would never have helped them to live free. Personal training, because they physically had to do the modifications. They physically had to be at the gym with the clients, and they physically had to go do all of these things and measure and go and support and all of these things that really took up their time. So the personal trainer, they were actually self-employed. They made great money being self-employed, but they couldn't live free. And so one of my buddies, they started a supplement company, right? And then they started selling these supplements to their clients. And then their clients started ordering these supplements, referring other people to their supplements. And the supplements started attracting new clients and everything on there. And they started buying their blanket stuff, right? Like, hey, here's my ebook on the best chest workouts if you're trying to grow muscle on your chest. You get it for free when you buy a supplement, right? and so on and so forth. And what ended up happening was they actually got out of personal training themselves and got into videography and making a YouTube channel and posting different workouts and different programs. They then embodied some courses. If somebody has an esomorpho body type, and they want to put muscle on their body, here's an 8-week workout video that I've already created for you on the routines that you're going to want to do in the gym. And I'm only going to sell it to you for $99 with a money-back guarantee. Right? Now, is that scalable? 100%. You take this written exam, right, on what your body type is, what's your height, what's your weight, what's your measurements, what do you eat on a daily basis. You take this little test that they gave you, right, and it automatically spit out the kind of body type you were, right? And if you just wanted a workout routine and they saw what kind of body type you were, it would automatically email you an offer to buy this training video program that's 8 weeks long on what you're going to do. It's 4 videos, and each video is about 45 minutes long, and it tells them exactly what you're going to do on chest day, on arm day, on leg day, on shoulders, and on back, right? How much cardio you're going to do, how many BPMs or how many beats per minute your heart needs to be at, and how long you need to maintain that. It's already going to be there for you, right? And so they've already grabbed all of their personal training content and they put it on a course for you if you're an esomorpho body type. But if you're a morpho body type or an eso body type, right? They have different programs for you based on that, and they know what kind you are based on the test, right? So now they market that. They turn their business into a passion, and people that did well and stuff like that, they also suggested their supplements to help speed up the results, to help you get a better workout while you're going through it, to be able to send you motivational text messages to keep you fighting. Right? They would send automational text messages to you like, hey, how was your workout today? Because you would write in the app when you would actually work out. And then they would text you 2 hours later, like say I'm going to work out at noon. At 3 o'clock, they're going to text you how the workout was. And you need to rate your workout from 1 to 10. Right? And then if you wanted a personal call from them, right, they would actually offer you, hey, you can talk to this guy for free, or you can talk to me for $300 an hour. Right? But they started turning their passion into a business. Now, a lot of personal trainers never thought about it the way these guys thought about it, in terms of making a test, working with nutritionists, working with physicians to be able to create a test and everything else, to be able to figure out what kind of body type they are, and then to be able to have the best accuracy possible on this test. But you'd basically subscribe on their Facebook page or on their Instagram page, and then they would email you the test. You would fill out the test. It would tell them what kind of body type you were, give you the results, and gave them the results. Right? And the only reason they were able to get the results is because this is integrated in a technology-based system called a customer relationship manager. It automatically spit it out. And based on what the test said they were, are they ESO, are they esomorpho, or are they morpho type of body type, it would automatically spit out an email and a text message letting them know what kind of body type they are, and that this is what they suggest they do next. And it's a whole bunch of free information. And if they actually wanted a legit product or a legit program, they can pay $99 one time and get this 8-week program. And they would also say, hey, if you could if you take a picture now and a picture in 8 weeks from now, we'll give you $25 of that $100 back, or we'll give you this free product that's worth $25. So now they have a before and after picture of you in the progress. right? And how you did. And if you wanted to get more and more into it and everything else. But now they started running into masterminds and duplicating this into other personal trainers, right? Is a personal trainer, are they passionate about personal training enough to teach other personal trainers how to master the leverage that they just applied and live free the way that they're living now, right? So if you're a personal trainer out there, you can master leverage and you can live free, right? If you're a contractor, you can master leverage and you can live free. If you're a plumber, you can master leverage and live free. If you're all of these different verticals, if you're a lawyer, you can master leverage and live free. If you're a doctor, you can master leverage and live free, but not without evolving your mental capacity, not without evolving, right? You know, I've met so many people, even my wife, the hardest thing for them to want to do is let go of the natural responsibility they've had forever. It's hard to trust people. So I'm going to give you some advice. In order to evolve your passion into something that's going to be monetarily, and then to be able to live free from it, to be able to help other people in that same passion to live free, is the only way in which you'll actually grow outside of yourself and your own internal resourcefulness and what you can deliver. What I'm saying is if you're a digital marketer and you don't have a team of digital marketers, your growth is limited. Your freedom is limited. Your time with your family is limited. But if you can learn to delegate effectively, learn to be able to create a culture of fun environment that holds people accountable to their own goals and desires, but inconsequently, it benefits yours, right? I'm talking about culture, right? Taking care of your people is literally another tactic that you have to have in your passion. If you're a contractor and you have no idea how to keep good talent, because good talent keeps leaving, your culture and your attitude is obsolete, or it's not working in the environment. I hear so many people tell me, dude, I've been doing this for 12 years. I love this. It's great. I can't do the whatever, but I look in your business and there's 3 people there. And it's your daughter, it's your wife, and it's a guy you've known forever, right? It's all of those things. And so when you're passionate about all of, whatever your business is, but then you're not passionate about teaching the other people how to replace you out of that business, then you are only self-employed. And some people, honestly, are best served as self-employed. They will never actually be able to humble themselves enough to be able to take their ego airs off and put humility perspective on, to be able to grow outside of that ego, to be able to develop an environment, to create a culture that will actually benefit people to where they can now live free. Living free comes second. Mastering leverage comes first. And having relationships, and in your business, a relationship, an employee is a relationship. It's called an employee relationship, right? There's rules in the employee relationship, and you're using that pillar to develop freedom. So you have your passion, you've identified it, you're making money doing it, it's a proven concept. Now, how do you get out of it to where it doesn't need you to be able to make money, and you can now live free? Live free, again, it comes second, right? And when you're able to live free, guess what happens? Investors want to come. Right? People want to give you money to get a piece of your freedom. People will go to you and say, what did you do to live free? How are you living free? Right? And then you start making money by teaching other people to live free and duplicating what you just created. The biggest problem with people that actually have a passion about something is that they have such a passion about it, they can't let it go. They assume that nobody else will have as much passion as they will. Right? They assume that this person's going to make a mistake, and they look and find the mistake. I can't tell you how many entrepreneurs I've talked to and just said, well, this manager was this, and this manager was that, and this manager had this issue, and this manager I didn't trust, and this manager I think stole money. And they bring up 10 people they've hired in the last 2 years and that they've all fired. And they think that it's just there's just no good people out there. No, your culture sucks. Your environment sucks. Your attitude sucks. Your ability to delegate sucks. Your ability to train people sucks. Right? And so you not only need to have a passion for what it is that you want to do, you have to have a passion for teaching other people to do it as good as you do it. Now, no, you can't actually expect an employee you're paying $15 an hour to love your business as much as you love your business, who's making $4,000 a week and they're making $15 an hour. It's just not going to happen. Now, there are going to be people that are super passionate about your business and deserve a piece of your pie, 100%. But are you humble enough to recognize that and see that and foresee that it happening? My wife now has a manager in her business and hasn't had to groom a dog in 2 months, nor has had to come into the business, right? But the manager is making great money. She's doing her job. She's beautiful. So what do I do to be able to keep her wanting to do more, right? I gave her a bonus, number one. I give her words of affirmation, number two. I help her with whatever she needs, number three. And I also give constructive criticism in a very particular manner to where I have the highest percentage chance of her not only receiving it, but accepting it and working on it to become better. Right? There's a process around running a business, right? And it's not easy. And the reason why I love it is because I have a passion for it. Now, if you don't have a passion about employees, but you have to have it to grow, outsource. Outsource. There's so many different companies that I know that they outsource their fulfillment to somebody else. Like, okay, I'll give you an example, right? So I have a buddy of mine, I have a few buddies of mine that actually own their own financing company, right? They help people get capital. If you need capital, like credit cards or term loans or business loans called SBA loans, right? Any of these type of things for your business, they can help you get them, right? Now, I have no passion for going through the remedial act of trying to get you credit cards or term loans, right? I don't have a passion for it. So I will never do it. I do offer the service because I have friends that I have partnership agreements with that have a contract saying that they're going to take care of all my clients like a VIP client to be able to make sure that my clients get the best funding possible in the fastest time possible to be able to get that done for them, right? I don't do that job. I don't do the customer service for that job. I don't do that. If I have a client that needs that service, I outsource it to the guy that has that passion, that has that environment, that has that process. I don't do that, right? I don't do websites at all. But a lot of my clients have atrocious websites that they paid way too much for. If you're just starting a business now and you have a $10,000 website, I'm going to shoot you, right? Not really, but I'm going to reprimand you because nobody who is starting a business right away needs to spend $10,000. When money is an issue, you can't spend $10,000 on building a website. I can get you a website built, literally a good one, from anywhere between $500 and $1,500. A good one. It's good enough. It'll have a lead page on it. It'll have content on it. You'll get SEO on it, and you'll be able to rank up, and it'll be relevant on Google. That's good enough for phase one, right? You have to be able to spend whatever money you have now on creating that proof of concept, that customer service, that marketing, that sales, that lead generation, that lead conversion process, the fulfillment, the product and the service. You have to be able to create that as cheaply as possible and then borrow money like loans and credit cards and SBA, term agreements to be able, or money from friends and money from family, right? To be able to expand that proof of concept. That's the only which way that I will personally condone you leveraging a credit card for $20,000 at 20% simple interest, right? Or get a $30,000 SBA loan by doing it. If you don't have a proof of concept, you should not be using loaned money or credit card money to create that proof of concept, right? Now, if you have a business and you used to be passionate about it and you're not, this is for you. You need to focus on what was it that made you so passionate about it back in the day. Why were you so passionate about your business back in the day, right? Was it a bad employee that took away your passion? Was it the IRS auditing you and realizing that you owe them money? Is that what got rid of your passion? Did you feel pain and have passion? Are you relating making more money with more pain because you don't know how to duplicate yourself? I'm going to give you one of the first tips right now, because that's the majority of people that are probably listening to my podcast right now. They don't know how to duplicate themselves, right? And this is what I'm going to tell you. You're not duplicatable. Just say it with me. I'm not duplicatable, right? But you can duplicate 20% of you, right? Jared, how many people do you have working for you now and you're still here doing things, right? Because you are not duplicatable. Have you met somebody that can do the Jared stuff? Because I haven't. No, I haven't, right? But you have a team of 6 people, and those 6 people do about 60% of Jared, right? But they can't do the other 40. We're trying to work on getting the other 40 right now. And even then, you're still not 100% duplicatable, right? Now, do all your employees, do they do everything the way you tell them to do it, or do they make mistakes? Absolutely, they absolutely make mistakes, right? And before we talked about it, right? You would expect someone to make a mistake, and you'd be like, oh, I got to fix this, and I got to do that, and everything else, and But then when we framed it correctly, that listen, new employees will make mistakes. We need to look forward to those mistakes and make it a training evolution, to make it a fun training experience, right? To make your employee know that mistakes will happen, but when they happen, I'm here to help you. And that if you feel you're going to make a mistake or you have a question, then I would rather you ask me and I'll help you before you make a mistake. But when mistakes happen, we're going to train on it to avoid it happening again. And guess what? Within 2 months, my wife's manager at my wife's shop is crushing it. Her average ticket's where it needs to be. The rebooking is where it needs to be. The quality of the service is where it needs to be. The morale of the employees are where it needs to be. The training is where it needs to be. All of it's there. But guess what? She made about 40 mistakes in those first 2 months that 99% of traditional entrepreneurs who are trying to get out of the remedial stuff of their business to be able to live their passion and live free at the same time would immediately cut this person and not give them the opportunity to actually create that leverage for you, that relationship, reliability, trust, barrier for you, right? It takes time, right? The one thing that I hate the most about people that are thinking that they're going to go from employee to self-employed to hire employees is that, oh, no one will ever be as good as me. And they get mad. No one is as passionate about my business as I am. Duh. No shit. No one will ever be as passionate about your business as you are. No one should be as more passionate about your business as you are. Okay? Somebody getting paid $10 an hour is not going to be as passionate as you who are making $1 million a year. Okay? It's just not going to happen. Now, you will have people that you do take care of really well, and you do develop a friendship with your employee as well, and it's fine. Okay? But you need to now know that you need to turn your passion into a duplicationable process to be able to get it done. But I'm telling you that if you write down right now 2 to 3 different passions and you study like 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 credible people who have the same exact passion as you do and how they're making money, you can do one thing very simple: match and mirror what they're doing. All right. Now, if you don't know how to match and mirror what they're doing, you can pay them, or you can find someone that's doing mastermind or someone that's doing a entrepreneurship course in what you're passionate about, right? And you can't tell me that you can't turn your passion into money in the 21st century. In 2019, I see kids on social media making money for playing video games. And you're trying to tell me that you can't turn your passion into money? Are you telling me you can't do that? That your passion cannot be monetarily generated? I guarantee if you put 2 or 3 of those passions on paper, you'll find 1 or 2. And what I'm saying is the passion has to be something that you're willing to do for free. And the longer you're willing to do it for free strategically, the more valuable it becomes, right? Like, I plan on doing hundreds and thousands of podcasts. Why? Because I'm passionate. I'm passionate. Jared believes in my passion. He sees my passion, and so he's there to ride the wave with me. Bex is there to ride the waves with me. Alicia is there to ride the wave with me. Laura is there to ride the waves with me. Gavin is there to ride the waves with me because I'm doing something I'm passionate about, and I'm naturally on a different frequency. My energy levels are exploding. My light is a furnace, and people are attracted to it that want to make their dreams come true as well, right? Now, I'm not saying to be selfish and only focus on your dreams. I'm saying that by mastering leverage in doing something you're passionate about, that if you don't help other people achieve their dreams, that you will never reach the level of freedom. You'll master leverage, you'll live a good life, but you'll never be free. And if you're never free, you can never teach your legacy how to do the same thing. That's what Lifepreneur and the principles are all about, okay? There are hundreds of millions of people who say they're entrepreneurs, and they're really glorified, self-employed with a couple helpers, right? Have you ever seen a business where this may be you right now. You own a business, right? You have 5 employees that do 10% of the work, and you do the other 90. Right? Are you that employee? Are you that guy or that woman that owns a business, but that you don't trust anybody? You're scared of creating competition. You live in fear. And so you are only delegating what absolutely you have to, and everything else you hold onto. You will never live free. You will never live free. And if something happens and you're not able to do that job because of an injury, an illness, a sickness, or traveling to go on vacation, right? Don't be mad when 90% of your money stops coming in, right? If I develop the flu, if me and my wife get sick together, guess what? Money still comes in. Money still comes in. And because money still comes in, I don't have that stress, that financial worry, that burden to make something up, to be able to offer my services at a devalued price, to be able to incentivize somebody in a manipulational offer to get them to come in. Either they can come in or not, because I'm on the free level. Right? Have you ever noticed like these athletes that make $100 million a year that they live free, but they keep playing, right? Why does Tiger Woods keep playing golf? Does he have to? Why does Jeff Bezos continue to work on Amazon does he have to? Right? Why did Steve Jobs continue building Apple? Did he have to? Right? Why did Thomas Edison still continue to make patents after he invented the electric lamp? Why? Because they were passionate about it. Why does Warren Buffett continue to live in the game? Warren Buffett's like 84 years old or something like that, right? And he's worth like $82 billion. And he's donated over $20 billion to the Bill Gates Foundations to create a cure for AIDS. And he made all his money back quickly. But why is he still in the game? Why is he still the CEO? Why is he still running the stuff? Why does he still own? Why is he still looking for assets to buy? Because he loves the game. It is the process that he loves. You know, he is passionate about what he's in, and he's passionate about the journey in which it takes him from leverage to freedom. Now, freedom doesn't mean you sit on your butt. Freedom means that you keep doing whatever you're passionate about. Steve Jobs kept doing it. Warren Buffett kept doing it. Thomas Edison kept doing it. John D. Rockefeller kept doing it. Andrew Carnegie kept doing it. J.P. Morgan Jr. kept doing it. Right? Vanderbilt kept doing it because they focused on their passion. They loved the game. They loved the process. They loved their passion more than making money, more than living free. But they knew that they couldn't really create impact on a legacy level. They couldn't create impact on a memorable level. Their names would never go down in history on a memorable level if they didn't get to the live free part as soon as humanly possible, to where they can play on those massive levels, right? John D. Rockefeller died with a net worth of over $600 billion in today's money, right? Literally 6 times more than what Jeff Bezos is worth right now. Okay? John D. Rockefeller. And the reason he made those kind of accolades was because he lived in a passion, right? Now, did he conduct business as ethically as humanly possible? No. But he played the game the best. He was the best chess player in the industry, hands down. He monopolized it, and then it was so huge that when the government broke his monopoly, they made him turn it into 36 other companies. 36. Can you believe that? His conglomerate, his trust was so big, he was so powerful in the game that when the government finally broke his monopoly, they made him break it into 36 other companies. That's how much this man loved the game. That's how much passion and obsession he had. What is your passion? Write it down and then study the ones who are actually monetizing your passion today. And if my son can monetize gaming, you can monetize your passion. Thank you. I hope that this was value for you. I want you to subscribe to the channel if you thought it was valuable. If you thought this was extremely valuable, then I want you to share this with somebody else who needs to hear these words about trying to master leverage and live free in doing something and only doing something that they're passionate about. Right? That's phase 1 of what I talk to people about, is their passion. What is your passion? Who is making money and doing your passion now? And who can you teach? Once you've already made money in your passion, who can you teach to be able to turn your passion into freedom? Those are the 4 phases in which I want you to focus on in this podcast. Remember, to live free is must first master leverage. But before you can master leverage, you must first know your passions. Thank you.